Hi, I'm Macy,
And I'm John.
and you guys have been asking for a van tour, so we decided to take everything out of the rig, out of the back, and we're gonna show you everything inside and out. Yeah, so let's get started. We'll give you the rundown.
Let's get to it. So this is kind of our little outdoor kitchen area. We've got this small collapsible table and these two little camp chairs that we'll hang in out quite often. We've got some playing cards and a little cribbage board where you can usually find me beating Macy in a game of cribbage.
Haha, that's really, really funny.
Follow me onto the back. So here's the back of our van, which is more or less like our little garage. But anyways, you can see right here we have a little shoe rack to store all our shoes and whatnot. We have some hooks hanging up here, and kind of depending on what location we are, changes what we have up here. So we have our bike helmets, and right now we're in San Clemente, California, so we're doing quite a bit of surfing. So we have our leashes, a little sun hat, our wetsuits and stuff over here. So we got our little net here, kind of just stores random things, like we got sunscreen, longboard fin, random things like that. Everything that we have taken out right now, so we have our backpacking backpacks that are just sitting here. Dirty clothes, usually just like hang out in this bag. Sometimes we'll hang it up here. Back there we kind of have some tools. We decided to pack pretty light with our tools. So we have a couple blankets for days on the beach, hanging out on the grass, things like that. Everything else we keep back here, we pretty much use these storage bins. We found that to be a really good way to store all our things and keep them organized, and it makes for easy access to things, and as well as pulling things in and taking things out. So in this one we kind of have our wetsuits, which we have quite a few of. So in these other bins we kind of just have some of our outdoor gear. This one kind of just contains some random things, more or less. I believe we actually have coined it our random stuff bin. Just like backpacks.
We sure have.
We do a lot of biking, so we have all our bike maintenance stuff, a little stand and an air pump. Then there's some tools in the random maintenance bin. This one is our camping bin, as well as all of our backpacking stuff. So here we just have all our various camp supplies, camp cooking, shower, things of that sort.
Propane. We have a jet boil, more propane, down blanket.
Water filters,
All,
lights.
yeah, everything for camping essentials, or backpacking.
So here we have some of our climbing stuff. This one's just a backpack that we use for day use if we're going to the rock gym or something. It has our helmets, our harnesses, and our shoes. Here we have a rope and some more other equipment, stuff like that. We each have our sleeping bags.
So one thing we do, and we've noticed with all the sand and going to the beach all the time and surfing, afterwards we use this shitty towel we got from Walmart. It was like $2, and then we got this collapsible bucket. It just like pops out. It's got a little spinny thingy that drains all the water, or we usually just dump it out, but we'll fill it up about halfway, and then before we get in the rig we'll just get our feet and step on the towel and then hop on in. Gets a little wet in there, but it's better than a pile of sand. So yeah, that's how we clean up our feet after a day of surfing. And then over here, what else we keep in the back is our extra water tanks. So this is a 7-gallon. We usually use this for like filling up our water bottles, drinking. We haven't had to use it to fill up our main source of water for in the rig. We have 2 of these. This is 5 gallons. We have one, we'll show you, that's our water source in the rig when we're doing dishes and pretty much, or filling up like for coffee in the mornings, but this is just extra for when we do run out of that one. Over here we have our shower, outdoor shower. It's actually been pretty nice. Most places that we've gone to, we've found showers around that we can just kind of like rinse off in and use. We use Dr. Bronner's, any sort of all-natural plant-derived soaps. We use that for when we're doing dishes as well. Yeah, we've only really rinsed off with this maybe twice. Otherwise, we've found showers, especially around here with like surfing, we just rinse off, especially with salt water. I've found that for my hair, a routine that I've done is after surfing, I'll go to the shower, rinse it out super well, and then I'll start to brush it out. So otherwise, it just gets super snarly and salty really quickly. But that's just what's worked for me. I just did that a little bit ago, so it's still a little wet, but yeah.
So here we have all of our surfboards. Quite an array for various conditions. We also have this little surf train skateboard, which has been super fun and kind of helped a lot to progress in our surfing. We have a blow-up inflatable paddleboard, which we haven't really used since we've been in California because we've been more surfing, but we've used it in a lot of other places, like Minnesota. It was great to have. So now we'll give you a little time lapse of how we kind of put all this stuff away and how it actually goes into the rig, and then Macy will take you guys up to the inside of the van.
Here's the end piece. Wetsuits, camp shower, backpack. We also forgot to show any like bulk things that we buy. Like sometimes we go to Costco, we got these waters, some cold brew. We'll like stash these in the back too. Also some camp meals for when we are super lazy and just want to add water to a bag. We go for that, especially for eating at like 9 o'clock at night after surfing or something. Yeah. End product, extra water, all of our bins. Tetris, man. It Mars. All right, now we're gonna go into the rig. Our door. By the way, our rig's name is Pearl. So if you hear us say she or Pearl, that's where the name comes from. SpongeBob SquarePants the whale. So we're gonna start right here. John and our friend Austin built this. So in here is the propane. We have little clips and it's sealed pretty tightly to keep it like airlocked. We have a hole going from in the back corner all the way down underneath the rig that helps draw the propane out because propane sinks. So we got our 5-gallon propane. This has lasted us since July and it's now late September. So pretty damn good, and we cook a lot. And then we usually turn it on and turn it off every time we use it. So once we're done using it, we will turn it off. And then we just lock this back up. Sealed and locked. Right here is just some extra paint and like stain from when we did the countertop. Over here on the side, we have our light switch, so we can turn that on, and we have a dimmer as well, so we can dim it. But I'll bring it all the way up for you guys. Welcome to our hello mode. Sweet. Well, let's start in the kitchen area. So here we have a gas stove, 2-burner. Works pretty well. Our countertop, and then we have 2 drawers. One, we just have some like canned foods, random stuff, bread. We also have our container or our utensil drawer here, so it has like our starter for the stove, and then we have a cutting board. It has been insanely hot in San Clemente, California, so finding one of these was extremely hard, and we finally found one at a hardware store, and it was like the only one left. So this, and then we found another tiny little one at Target. I'll show you that in a little bit. So we use those like at night. We'll just like have the windows open, the max air fan on, and we'll just like blast those in our faces all night long. It's so nice. Over here, we just have like extra snacks, things that just don't really fit in our cupboards because we're food crazy. We love food, so everything's full at all times.
She's not wrong.
Yeah. So crackers, chips, our big thing of coffee from Trader Joe's. Love Trader Joe's, so good. We have our ports here. John will go over all the electrical stuff, which is underneath this bin and in this cupboard in a little bit. But we just got our little adapter ports on both sides, our bed, and then under here is more storage. So we've got our pots and pans in the back, wine glasses, bowls, plates, Vitamix, to-go coffee mugs, some jars, and some protein powder. Nothing too crazy. And then we just lock this right in place when it's acting good for us. Over on this side, this also flips up. So in here we have rags, cleaning stuff, towels. We have our yoga mats underneath here. This is our shade for the big window on the side there. Way in the back, we just have extra hats. And that's about it. We got a little mini vacuum. That has come in handy so many times. I cannot tell you. Up here, doesn't look very pretty, but we got some food. It's looking pretty sad right now. And John's obsession of hot sauce. So we got a bunch of hot sauces over here. This is just like a bin full of hot sauce. And then we got soy sauce and oil. This has been awesome, having a place to put our knives. And it just clicks right into place when we're driving. Doesn't give us any hassle besides this one right here. Buddy, the bread knife. I tell you how many times he has fallen off this. It's quite annoying. John built us a nice spice rack up above. So all of our spices are up here, which is super nice. And then let us take you to the bathroom. Oh, Susan. We named her Susan because she stinks.
Stinky Susan.
Stinky Susan, yeah. So we have our toilet. So we actually only use this, we only pee in this. We don't use the compostable pooping area, per se. There's a pee jug right here. It detaches from the sides. You lift it up, you take the jug out, you dump it in a dump station. We haven't wanted to use the poop part yet because we haven't had that issue, and it seems like a lot of work. So we have toilet paper, some feminine products on the side for when I have that monthly gift. Fruit basket, paper towels, our sink, and our sink system. Right here we have our gray water, which is our dirty water. Anything we're washing dishes with or when we brush our teeth is going into this tank. It is 5 gallons. There is no outlet, so when it is full, which sometimes we forget, we have to dump it out, find a dump station, dump this out. Over here we have our clean water. It's 5 gallons. We have that extra one in the back, so when we do run out, which we do, we just switch them out. It hasn't been hard for us to find water. So, sketchy. So we're currently leaving our spot we were filming at because a park ranger came and told us that the park closed at sunset. Someone
told us last night it closes at 10. So.
Yeah, a park ranger from last night said that we could stay till 10 and that the park closes at 10, but this guy wasn't as nice. So we're currently leaving, and we were going to go to a different spot to finish recording our little video for you guys, so stay tuned.
Back in action shortly.
So, part of John and Macy's snack addiction, we just bought this today, and it's almost gone.
It's all her. We're back in a new spot.
Back in a new spot when we got kicked out of the old one. Alright, so we'll continue onward. I think I left off with the water. So, basically, we have a pump, a water pump. That's what we get our water from. Goes to the sink. We have an extra storage container. Trash bags. And then we have Bertha, our fridge. When we first got this rig, Bertha wasn't secured. So we had to jimmy rig it with a bungee cord to keep her in place because she always flew out of place. I don't know how many liters this is. It's really small, and especially for us because we love food and we love to cook, and we struggle with buying too much food, and then we have to stuff this thing. But yeah, pretty good. We went over the toilet, and I guess all that's left is like the electrical stuff underneath here. I guess I can go over, like in here we have just miscellaneous stuff. Over here is we have books, journals. Whoa. That happens in the van. Things fly out at you all the time. Hygiene stuff. So when we go to shower, which we have a Planet Fitness membership for a Black Card, it is roughly $25 a month. And that is for me, and I can also bring a guest every single time I go. So we usually shower there. I have a little backpack I'll bring in all the hygiene stuff with. Over here we have some more miscellaneous stuff. I have a conditioner bar. Also have like all of our medications, like ibuprofen and whatnot, if we need that. But yeah, that's that container. And then we have in there is our bin of socks and underwear, hats, beanies, and then John's clothing cubby is the one farthest down, and then I have this middle one and that one because I have a lot of clothes. But yeah, that's the gist of it. Our max air fan is right here. We have 2 windows on either side. They open up, especially at night. It is so nice when it's cool. We just turn that max air fan on and we blow it sucking outward, and then we open those 2 windows, and it's like creates this wind vortex, and it's awesome. Yeah, and then we just got our little charade of our pictures of our adventures, some artwork. Personally, my favorite part of the van is our stickers. We have started a sticker collection, and we're gonna keep going until this whole thing is filled. So yeah, super cool. Now on to the electrical stuff.
So as far as our electrical stuff goes, I think I'm going to keep it pretty brief on this one because it's kind of an endless hole of information. Anybody who knows about electrical can probably vouch for that. But right in here we have our battery, which is a 170 amp hour energy lithium ion battery. It's charged by the 2 160 watt solar panels on the top. That's how we supply everything for the van. So we have our inverter here.
And you can check where your battery's at. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can't. The screen is too bright. But it's at 84%, and we have not seen it go under 81%.
This is also a charger, so it's an inverter and charger. So if we ever needed, we could hook up to shore power and charge that way. Like Macy said, we've never really been below 80%, and we've gotten all of our charging from our solar panels. So yeah, totally self-sufficient.
Which is pretty cool because that is running all the time. We use the max air fan pretty much all the time. So it's pretty dark right now, and we got kicked out of our spot. So we will show you guys the cockpit tomorrow morning when we get up. So stay tuned for that, and have a good night. Also, I just made this. It was incredibly good. White rice, lots of turmeric, curry, ginger, can of black beans, can of coconut milk, some shredded carrot, potato, and a can of rotel, and some jalapeno. Incredibly good.
Super good.
Into the cockpit.
So here.
John just woke up, so he's very tired. We haven't had coffee yet. I was up at 6:30 this morning, so I'm feeling very chipper.
I literally just woke up. But here you have the cockpit. We have these cool little sunshades. We're kind of working on a better fit. We just got some random ones at Walmart. I think they're like $10 or something. But they work. They actually keep the vehicle a lot cooler and keep us a little more stealth, so you can remain super incognito. Or try at least.
Show them the most important part. Our snack bin. Boom. That's our snack bin.
It's a little low right now.
It's very low right now.
Usually it's a lot more full. Macy ate the rest of the chips last night.
That's funny. And then we have our garbage.
We used to have another one in the back. We found that just using this one in the front for everything works better. We can use it while we're driving. It's quickly accessible from the back. So, yeah. And the other coolest part, these cup holders, they fit an algae.
Oh, yeah.
You should take another one for the day in the life.
Ready to rock and roll.